For me is important three things. First thing, can I do a whole arrangement with it? Does it fit my expectations? Can I integrate the Moog One, a massive synth, within this hardware profile of Omnisphere 3? And last but not least, the Roli MPE keyboard here. How does it work? How does it integrate? Let's start with a little arrangement I did exclusively with the Omnisphere, and let's have a look. Okay, this seems to work. Let's listen to the different tracks then. This is a nice sound, yes? The whole drums. This is Omnisphere. So this is one track with bass drum and snare. They got this somewhere drums and percussion stuff here, and I played the hi-hat. On the other track, a different Omnisphere. And this is really nice. If you add the bass from the Omnisphere like this. So this is great sounding, yes. And when you add the keyboard, then it's only Omnisphere. But I stacked it, and you got this sound. And then you also got this wonderful solo sound. So this is quite satisfying for me. Right out of the box I do something like this, and only with Omnisphere. Of course I could use all this other stuff, everything here, but this is great. I take it on the road, I have an M1 MacBook Air, and it works. So let's switch over to the Moog One. I was really curious because this is a massive synth with so many parameters, and the promise is hardware integration, do all the knobs work on it, and let's see how this works. I will switch over here. Let's see. Okay, let's go. Here's the Moog One, and I initialized one sound. I don't look over there, I just look over here and try all the different knobs here, what's working, what's not working, and you are gonna listen then. And normally I take filters first. Okay, this is a ladder filter, I've chosen a ladder filter, it's working. Resonance is working. It's not too hard getting into self-resonance here, but it's working. If I use both filters and mix them and choose different filter modes, so notch filter, band pass, high pass, low pass, it's working. And if I switch on different oscillators here, I can activate them. So let's check the first oscillator, only that one, if I can do different waveforms here. Yeah, everything in there. Square, ramp, whatever you want. Pulse width and octaves. Like in the original. But it's not reacting that immediately, yes? The beat frequency. Okay. And polyphonic, of course. What about the amplifier envelope? Working. Put a little bit release. What about the filter envelope, if I put on that filter here? And here we are. Attack. Sustain. Release. Yeah, working. Let's put in two oscillators. What doesn't work is the synth effects here. They are by Eventide. That's a little bit tricky, but I don't need it because I can use the effects even Eventide within Nuendo then to pimp it there. But my goal was also, does the arpeggiator work here? It works. This is really great, isn't it? But what about the sequencer? This is really would be great if this one is running. Yes, I put it into on mode here. It's working. And while it's working, I can do last but not least, what about the LFOs? And I found that one is, if I take the ring modulation LFO amount or so, that's working, yes. Now we get into territory that's not so nice. And waveform modulation also working, frequency modulation, color mix of the noise, detune is working. But you have, in the left corner here, you have this LFOs, and you can put in a destination. And I'll do that and say destination, let's say state variable filter, this one here, which is normally working in here. But well, anyway, I'm not that sure. I tried it several times. We'll check that. But so far, I got the feeling this is not the LFO destination thing you got on the Moog One to transfer it via MIDI to the Omnisphere here. That's not so easy. I think the patching of LFOs, I stick to the normal LFO amounts here and do something there. All in all, I think it's 90% so far with this monster, and with easier synths like the Voyager here or the Prophet 10, I think it's much more stable because these are so many parameters. What I would like to have are synth effects, and especially the LFO section here with this destination things. But to transfer that to the Omnisphere, I think maybe you must make a compromise. You can't have everything. What's really great is the arpeggiator is working, the analog sequencer is working, and polyphony into unison is working, and all these sections here. I think except the effects, everything is working in here. Okay, let's switch. So how do I get my Roli Seaboard M here running to steer the Omnisphere 3 with MPE? So I put in a new project, switch on to the Omnisphere, but as the input I take the Seaboard block M, Bluetooth. Okay, that's easy. Here we go with the Omnisphere, and when I activate this track, we're gonna see if something is coming out of this thing, yes. So you see it's working. Not so nice so far, yes. So I choose some sound. Let's just have a look if there's something running right out of the box. I go into System and activate MPE. And as far as I understand it, the input should be any input in any channel, not channel 1 only. I put in any channel and try. Okay, this is working. So let's take a pad. I'm loading a multi here. Best thing is I can take it like this, yes. But what about a filter here? If I want to go into a filter, I go into here and say cutoff and then say MIDI CC learn. Yes, like that one. But the point is I got this different axis here. It's not so easy. With too many parameters you get confused. I would prefer if they had some presets definitely written in with this is MPE. Why don't they do it? You give in the search engine here MPE, search MPE for MPE. Let's see, MPE, and what appears. It's not so super great. I'm not that sure if that's what I'm looking for. I'm not totally satisfied so far with the Roli. They got different ones in some other videos. Maybe it's working better with that ones. So okay, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know 20 other things, but just showed you 3 things. When I'm starting, I want to do like this. Amazed by Omnisphere itself and the sounds, everything really great. The update is wonderful. There are discussions. It's expensive. This is ridiculous. It's nothing for compared to other things I have here. They really did a fantastic job, and of course there might be some little other updates in the future to fix some things in the hardware and MPE stuff, and especially designed MPE things for Roli. Roli doesn't appear in the hardware system here. Everything else is there, but Roli not so far. So hope you got a little insight. What do they also ring the bell and subscribe? Yeah, okay, why not? This channel is growing. I'm going to 1 million clicks pretty soon. I got the impression. So hope to see you again. Next thing I'm going to do is the Falcon by UVI. And another very, very nice software. You're going to see that one pretty soon. And this is it. Yeah. Okay.